Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the 2A Constitutionalist podcast here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the midterms. You know, those little pesky ass elections that come up every couple of years, and people start slinging mud at each other like crazy and doing all kinds of shenanigans behind closed doors and taking all kinds of bribes from Michael Bloomberg and Mom's Band Action and everybody else like that, Planned Parenthood, etc., and Big Oil and Big Pharma and Big Agro and everybody else like that, really. And then also out of state funding from fucking California pedophiles, etc., etc. So there you go. But anyway, so we got a bunch of stories we're going to talk about today. This will be a panel discussion if anybody wants to come on today, because I do have a link pinned in the description here. So, anybody that wants to jump in, feel free. You know, and we can actually have a discussion about some stuff besides what I'm going to talk about today. But other than that, we're going to get going here pretty quick here. So basically, got a bunch of stories I got pulled up here in the last 24 hours or so, and then a few new stuff from Breitbart and stuff like that. So we're going to start out with the easiest one, which is the closest one to me here, which happens to be a Michigan-based story about that piece of shit Slotkin. For those who don't know who Alyssa Slotkin is, she is basically an ex-federal agent who is either a CIA or FBI ass. I'm not sure which one it was. Adam Kinzinger is the other one of those things, though, and that's what I've talked about before, those people. So basically, Slotkin and Kinzinger both, were ex-feds, then ran for office, did all kinds. I'm assuming they're part of the deep state, honestly, at this point, especially when you have Sonny Hoyer, who is a Democrat from, I believe it was Maryland. I think it was Maryland or Virginia, one of the two. Came out in the last couple of days and admitted the deep state does exist, and then tried to claim it was all constitutional people and stuff like that. It's like, nah, dude, we all know who the fucking puppet string pullers are. It's people like Obama and company there. But yeah, you got Democrat Eliza Slotkin, who's bought and paid for by Mom's Band Action, by the way, as well as Michael Bloomberg in every town, continues to receive campaign cash from lobbyist landlord following controversy. Like, seriously, how is this bitch even in the race still, dude? Like, this is what I've said for some time now. We need a 20th Amendment with automatic qualifications on every seat of power in this country, dude. And it would fix things so quickly, because it would be like, no, we can prove you did all these crimes right here. You're fucking done. Get the fuck out. Or it's like, if you have people that are running for office and stuff like that, and they're running on an anti-gun, anti-constitution platform and stuff like that, it's like, nah, you're just done from the fucking race at that point, dude. Because you're directly pre-oath breaking the sworn oath you would take to uphold the Constitution when you took office. And that way you get rid of a bunch of pieces of shit like, truthfully, if we could go back 4 years to get rid of fucking Cortez, Omar, Tlaib, everybody like that, dude. Presley, all those dumbasses. But as I said here, it said Democrat Representative Eliza Slotkin from Michigan continues to receive campaign donations from her lobbyist landlord after weeks of controversy following the arrangement. Said recently released campaign finance data from the FEC revealed that Slotkin accepted $150 spread out between 3 payments in July, August, and September from Jerry Hustler, totaling $1,325 over the entire election cycle. Said records show that the latest payment to Slotkin's campaign was on September 30th, roughly 2 weeks after Fox News reported that the Congresswoman, quote, moved into a house of lobbyist campaign donor to run in a new district. See, and that right there, that shit right there should be an auto DQ as well, dude. The fact that you're literally being like, oh, well, this landlord guy lets me live in this fucking house so I can run a different district now. Fuck off, dude. Seriously. It's just like the same bullshit I've seen before here in Ohio, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Michigan might be a little bit different than Ohio when it comes to running for office and stuff like that, because in the state of Ohio, it doesn't matter where you live. You can run out of district, is what it is. And I think that's bullshit too as well, dude. It's like, yeah, if you don't live in the district, fuck you. It's like the same thing with Maxine Waters and fucking Nancy Pelosi there in California, dude. Neither one of those fucking old stupid cunts even lives in their damn district, yet is able to sit there and have Maxine Waters be the person over Compton, California, and have Nancy Pelosi be the person over San Francisco, California. Yet neither one of them lives in their actual congressional district. They both live in a giant fucking mansions, gated communities, like 40, 50 miles away from those places. So, anyway, as I said here, it said Slotkin currently represents Michigan's 8th congressional district in the House, but decided to run in the 7th congressional district, where she moved into a condo owned by that Hollier guy. It said, Jerry Hollier is a part-time, quote, corporate executive for a pharmaceutical manufacturer receiving millions in federal funding, while his job description on LinkedIn says he is in charge of, quote, developing congressional relationships important to continued growth. So literally the fucking deep state is what they're saying on that one, dude. That's exactly what I read from that whole thing. Is this is all deep state bullshit right here, and that's exactly what it is, dude. And of course, you got in the sidebar there, fucking Biden headed to the beach 17 days before midterms there. Fucking scumbag ass motherfucker. That's an interesting one to note. Kathy Bennett, the woman who should be the representative there for the U.S. Senate seat, is now urging voters to support Dr. Oz. So, not surprising. Not surprising. For those who don't know, Kathy Bennett is the woman, the black woman, who admitted that she was conceived through rape, and is why she's super pro-life now, because her mom chose life. And as I said before, when it comes to my stances on the whole thing, dude, like, yeah, you know, even if a child is conceived through, you know, disgusting means like that, doesn't mean they shouldn't have a life, is what it is, bro. So, anyway. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, continuing on with this Jerry guy. So his LinkedIn also indicates that he assists another company with applying for federal grants. So here's my problem with this whole thing right now. So the guy is a pharmaceutical manufacturer, so big pharma motherfucker, who is basically trying to get congressional candidates into Congress, or developing quote-unquote congressional relationships. So basically do all kinds of shady backdoor fucking bribes is what he's really saying on that one. That might as well be what it says, honestly, on that one. It might as well say big pharma manufacturer committing bribery on a regular basis with congressional people. Like, it's fucking bullshit, dude, entirely. Anyway, it said it also has been reported that Hollier and his family are registered to vote at the same address where Slotkin now resides. How the fuck is that even legal? Seriously. How the fuck is that legal, dude? Like, that is insane. That is fucking insanity. So when Slotkin was confronted about the situation during a television debate with a Republican opponent, current state senator Tom Barrett, she imploded on the news anchor asking the questions. Trying to defend herself, Slotkin claimed the attacks were, quote, a political desperation since she claimed to be paying fair market value. No, it's literally people saying, hey, why in the fuck are you actually in this race at a fucking address where the guy who is paying your political campaign a bunch of fucking donations also registered to vote from there? Like, it's a simple question, lady. Answer the fucking question. Goddamn. And this is the entire fucking problem with Democrats, dude, is they don't fucking care because they're committing multiple fucking felonies on a daily fucking basis and don't give a shit about the American people. And it's the same thing with the fucking rhino establishment, too, for that matter, dude. These people are committing many, many crimes every single day. They're worthless fucking lives is what it is, dude. Anyway. So Slotkin's Republican opponent attacked her for saying there were over 1,500 available apartments in Lansing, Michigan at the time. Still, Slotkin lives in the one owned by the executive who donates to her campaign. A spokesman for Barrett's campaign told Breitbart News, Alyssa Slotkin was caught red-handed advocating for federal funds for her lobbyist landlord company, denied it, and in her arrogance continued to accept campaign contributions from him. The whole thing smells and is exactly what people are sick of. Arrogant Washington politicians who think that they can do whatever they want. Exactly, dude. And I'll tell you right now, dude, like, this is exactly why deprivation of rights under color of law is at minimum 1 year and 1 day in jail, and at maximum the fucking death penalty, with 10 years imprisonment and life imprisonment being the other two options on that one, depending on the severity of the crime, where every single version of that, you can never hold elected office ever again, which is exactly what Alyssa Slotkin should never be allowed to do at this point, dude. It's a bunch of bullshit all the way around, man. So anyway, we're going to move on from there and go to the next Story of the day, which is fuckhead Biden doing some fuckhead bullshit that is unconstitutional and illegal, by the way. I'd like to point that one out. Biden endorses use of taxpayer funds to help women afford abortions. What the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck? This is not what taxpayer funds are used for, you old fucking dementia pedophile fuck. To kill extra kids in the fucking womb, you fucking douchebag. No. What taxpayer funds are used to do is specifically to continue to fund government and roads and everything else like that we supposedly have out here. I'll tell you what, dude, like the fact there hasn't been a tax revolt in this country in the last like couple hundred years is exactly what's wrong with America currently, dude. Like that needs to happen at this point, honestly, dude. Like it really is time for the entire federal government to just go bye-bye forever at this point, dude. Like we just fucking say, fuck you. We're going back to states' rights only. The states do what we need to fucking do. There is no federal government anymore. Go fuck yourself. Because of shit like this right here, honestly, dude. It's fucking disgusting. Biden said he would support the use of federal tax funds or federal funds to help women afford abortions. He revealed in an interview recently. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. They're literally trying to kill Americans while importing the fucking third world. That's what we're talking about here, people. We also got paramedics duck as shots fired near ambulance in Chicago. I'm surprised it's not happening on a regular basis, honestly, dude. I really am. I know that there was a bunch of people that were robbed and carjacked. I think actually somebody that was kidnapped near Wrigley Field the other day as well. So that was pretty fucking crazy. Again, Democrat run shitholes, dude. Anyway, moving on from one thing relating to government to another thing relating to government here. When it comes to, various things medically. Florida, first in the nation to reframe the way it handles child's mental health. Good for you guys. Good for you guys, dude. And I'll tell you what, if Ohio was smart, we would do the exact same thing. We would follow DeSantis' lead in Florida there and do the exact same thing here, dude. Do a copy and paste version for Ohio, dude. Be the second one to do it. Says Florida is the first in the nation in reframing the way it addresses child's mental health. The Sunshine State's First Lady, Casey DeSantis, said during a state Board of Education meeting on Thursday. So DeSantis praised the state for leading the nation on the issue of education in a variety of ways, from teacher pay increases to the largest expansion of school choice in the history of the state. Quote, I think it's safe to say that Florida is the education state. We are a shining example of what is possible when you have strong leadership. She explained that the state's approach to children's mental health in schools is changing. Quote, because of the passing of today's mental health rule, we cement our first-in-the-nation approach to reframe and rethink the way that we are teaching mental health in schools. With this rule change, we are no longer teaching to a disorder. We are teaching kids skills like critical thinking, problem-solving, coping, compassion, and grit so that they can learn how to preserve and overcome life's inevitable challenges. DeSantis explained that everyone will eventually encounter a challenge, and children need to be prepared for how to handle them rather than being dismissed as having a mental disorder. She said, no one is immune to hardship. It's how you learn to navigate and overcome that counts, explaining that the state is rejecting the stigma-laden term mental health and replacing it with reliancy. That's interesting. Interesting. The issue I have with that, though, is, the thing of it is, man, it's like, it's not even like mental health itself is like a bad word or whatever, dude, or a bad phrase or whatever. It's, the fact of the matter is, when you don't have a country that actually deals with the root causes, in a lot of cases, the root causes are forever chemicals, dude, in the water supply and shit, and the food supply and everything else like that. When you have big pharma and big agro controlling our entire food supply, it's like 8 giant corporations control everything, dude. When it comes to our food and our water and stuff like that, dude, it's a very big fucking problem right there. And my thing is, if they really wanted to address like the mental health issues and stuff like that in Florida, they would start by repealing their red flag legislation, dude, that the previous asshole governor put in place there. Who I want to say was Rick Scott, but I could be wrong about that one. I know it was one of those fucking guys. So But yeah, Casey DeSantis is like, I would say she's moderately good looking. Like that picture doesn't do her justice. I've seen hotter pictures of her and stuff like that, dude. But like, she's not no Melania Trump though. That's for sure, dude. Melania is definitely way hotter. But yeah, Casey DeSantis is definitely good looking though. I believe she's like, I know she's some kind of cancer survivor, if I'm not mistaken. It was either breast or something else like that recently. And good for her. Nobody should have to go through that stuff. And the fact that these disgusting fuckers on the left basically like shit talked her and were like, "Oh, I hope you die" and stuff like that. Like, y'all are fucked in the head, man, for real. It's just so disgusting, dude. That was an interesting one. Study shows Democrats campaign to kill unvaccinated Republicans. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, continuing on with the Casey DeSantis article here, though, it said, DeSantis said, "I've spoken with students across the state who admit that they have a, quote, mental health concern. They are essentially conceding that they are damaged goods or that they have an inherent or irrevocable problem and that they are a victim. And of course, that is false," Casey said, explaining that this is the reframing will help empower children rather than bring them down. Quote, "But when we reframe mental health to say reliance, you take a negative and turn it into a positive by empowering kids to strive to overcome challenges while recognizing and celebrating the success in doing so," she admitted. Said, adding that they have partnered with, quote, "nearly every professional sports team across the state of Florida, including athletes such as Tom Brady and Peyton Manning." Said Casey also said she supports the rule to, quote, "incentivize public service among children and is helping others help them gain essential context and perspective of life and feel good about the good they are doing in their communities." That's cool, man. That's cool. So that's cool. I didn't even realize that one in the side chat there. Got firebrand conservative Georgia Meloni becomes first female Italian prime minister in the history of the country. That's cool, man. Cool. We got Biden voices fears of red wave and mega Republicans seizing power. Yeah, because you can't have that, right? Fucking pedo Joe, you fucking piece of shit, demon, fucking child molesting, fuckboy, asshole, cheating bastard. Scumbag fuck. Exactly, dude. But anyway, let's see where we're at now. Oh yeah, speaking of Florida, I'm going to continue on the Florida train here for a minute for the different stuff that we're going to talk about right now. So we got Charlie Crist, running mate, mocks DeSantis, concerned parents for, quote, banning math books with CRT indoctrination. So here's my thing entirely, dude. When you look, and again, going back to the Casey DeSantis article from a minute ago, Mrs. DeSantis, if you really want to deal with things in the state of Florida, ban fucking Common Core, which originated in your state, lady, under that fucking piece of shit Jeb Bush, who was the damn architect of that for the fucking Bilderberg Group. Common Crap, aka Common Core, was literally designed to dumb kids down to make everybody the stupidest fucking kid in the room. It does nothing but dumb down kids, turning them into fucking drones and lemmings, and doesn't teach them a damn thing about how to actually think critically. So if you want to do something, if you want to be the first in the nation on something besides mental health stuff there, Mrs. DeSantis, talk to your husband Ron and have him ban fucking Common Core from the state of Florida and have that shit do a fucking firestorm across this country, dude. Because I guarantee you it would pick up steam like crazy, especially here in Ohio. Anyway, says Carla Hernandez Metz, who's the stupid cunt there in the yellow. God, that woman looks like a cackling hoe, honestly, dude. She looks like a mix between like Cortez, Omar, and Talib if they all like ate each other, basically. So anyway, it said Carla Hernandez Metz Charlie Crist, running mate in Florida's gubernatorial race, openly mocked concerned parents and Governor Ron DeSantis' administration for proactively taking a stand against math books that included facets of critical race theory indoctrination. Said, quote, "Today I want to talk about something that turned out to be a little bit controversial this past year. With Governor Ron DeSantis, it was the banning of books," Hernandez said. Apparently, she is a teacher in the state of Florida. Like, good fucking. No wonder our fucking country's so fucked, dude. When you got stupid fucking cunts like this in the fucking education system. God damn, dude. Like, this is what I'm saying, dude. Like, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, man. This is why we need a blackballing on education at this point, dude. Throw these fucking leftist cunts the fuck out of our education system entirely, dude, and blackball them from ever fucking teaching kids or being around kids ever again, dude. Like, seriously. Anyway, going back to this dumb bitch, Carla Hernandez Metz, who's Charlie Crist running mate there as potential lieutenant governor nominee. Yeah, she's currently a teacher, said, identifying Florida as, quote, the second state with the most banned books in the entire country. Yeah, and why are they banned? Maybe because they have critical race theory and other fucking indoctrination, garbage, anti-white racist crap in them, bitch. That's what she's basically saying, dude. This woman is saying she is pro-anti-white racism, dude. That's what she's literally saying with this whole fucking thing right now. Anyway, I'm not even going to bother reading the rest of this. I'm so pissed I'm not even going to bother reading the rest of this article, dude, because it's a bunch of crap entirely. It's basically just her proving that she's a fucking stupid cunt who has no business being in this fucking race ever, dude, is what it is. And it's really as simple as that. So fuck her, dude. For real. Anyway. Continuing on down the line, though. We got going back to Michigan again, honestly, which it's kind of weird that we went Michigan, Florida, Michigan. But yeah, it just happened to happen that way is what it is, dude. So we got Muslim parents in Michigan protest sexually explicit books in schools. So, you know, another book thing is what it is, dude. Like I said, man, when it comes to stuff like this, it's basically my enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing almost at this point in history. Or at least it's my, you know, enemy of my enemy is, you know, okay, you're over here, I'm over here, and we're both fighting the same fucking problem is what it is, man. Kind of deal, you know. But like we can ally for this like 5 minutes or whatever the case be, and then go our own separate ways after that or something like that, dude. Anywho, it says parents in Dearborn, Michigan protested sexually explicit books available to children in public schools, with one father saying, "All it is protecting our children." Yeah, exactly, dude. It said last week a Dearborn public school board meeting was shut down due to parents protesting the same issue. It said parents also voiced their malcontent with the school district at a rally against the gender theory indoctrination children were receiving at school. One parent, Hassan Sammy, spoke against the material, saying, "If you're on Facebook, all you see is fear-mongering, political rhetoric, and this is book banning, censorship, homophobic. All this is just protecting our kids." Yeah, pretty much, dude. So we got a video here. It says, "We as parents are responsible for our children. Progressive dogma will not indoctrinate our kids." And that's the thing, dude. Like, these people are fucking crazy, man. Like, Islam is fucking nuts. I'm just gonna say like it is, dude. But like, they have a point here, you know? And they're like, "No, you're not doing this to our kids." And I'm the same way. I'm like, "You're not doing this to my fucking niece and nephew." Like, fuck y'all, man. So, but yeah, it's like it really is time to stand up and just do something at this point, dude. Like, take back the school boards, take back the schools, sue the schools. You know, do what needs to be done. Be the people in charge is what it is, man. Run for office, primary everybody, all that stuff like that. So, what the hell was I at now with this whole thing? Yeah, that Hassan guy was saying, "We as concerned parents in Dearborn are not tied to the left, to the right when it comes to this issue, and we are not going to be used as pawns for an organization for their agenda. We're here to protect our children. The American left is attacking the protesters, a majority of whom are Muslim, as being homophobic. Protesters contend, however, that children simply should not be exposed to such sexually explicit material. Yeah, especially not at young ages, dude. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's just common sense, for God's sakes. The only reason that people want to do that shit, that they want to basically expose kids to that stuff, dude, is because they're trying to groom children. Because they are legitimately fucking child molesters in our school system as the teachers / indoctrinators, or they are fucking people who are the enablers of the fucking pedophiles, and they want to basically groom them for others is what it is, dude. And it's as simple as that, because they understand that they are legitimately this super fucking minority that has zero reproduction shit going on because they kill their kids in the womb every fucking day is what it is, dude. If they can even have kids for that matter. And then they want to sit there and act like, oh, but what you're doing is wrong as a parent. It's like, no, I'm trying to stop them from your sick ass is what it is, dude. So anyway, it said, quote, they're trying to say this is homophobic, Hassan continued. Listen, there is a book that was banned. It was called This Book is Gay. And I tell you, if this book is straight, we're still going to go around after it because it's teaching kids how to go online and have sexual intercourse with others on the internet. This is wrong. You're not supposed to expose kids to sexually explicit material. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And that's the thing, dude. And we've talked about it before. It's like young minds are being indoctrinated constantly, dude. And it's the younger you can fucking say stuff to kids or whatever the case be, because they'll pretty much believe anything, the more they're inclined to basically fall for the shit is what it is, dude. Because they have no base in anything at that point. You know, they're just young, mashable minds is what it is, man. Anyway, it said, right now. Yeah, it said, teaching children how to go online and engage in sexual intercourse appears precisely what was happening in this Michigan town. And it says, parents are outraged when they discovered that the local school district had promoted a book that teaches children the ins and outs of gay sex and how sex apps work. Good God, man. What the fuck? Seriously, dude. Like, oh my God. Like, this is why I'm going to sue the shit out of these schools, dude, at this point, honestly. Locally. Yes, according to Christopher Ruffo, one book that was promoted by the school district teaches kids the ins and outs of gay sex, how sex apps work, providing a step-by-step guide on how to do that. Said, moreover, one of the primary books that was a concern to parents was one that says phrases like, rub the head of his cock back and forth with your hand, and quote, in order to be able to come all over at all, you may need to finish off with a handy. Good God, man. Fucking hell, bro. Fuck. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So under the subheading, Doing the Sex, the book informs the reader that, quote, two men can pleasure each other in a variety of fun ways, explaining in detail handies and blowies. Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell. I'm not even gonna finish this article anymore, dude, because it's like I'm already fucking disgusted and disturbed all at once. There's not much left there. It's just talking about sex material and stuff like that. But it's like I can't even right now, dude. I really can't. It's that bad. It's gotten that bad, dude. Fucking hell, dude. Jesus Christ, man. For those that haven't heard, Steve Bannon got 4 months for denying the January 6th subpoena. Good for him. You know, it's all bullshit in general anyway, dude. So, we're going to talk about this one here in a minute as well, about why we're going to head into more Great Depression right now. This is actually one that just popped up here. So we'll actually just read that as it is right now. Shit, where is that now? Yeah, we got... Congress preparing $50 billion lame duck Ukraine aid bill as Mitch McConnell praises greater assistance. Fuck all these fucking... Dude, every fucking dollar of that money needs to come out of these goddamn asshole fucking politicians' pockets at this point, dude. If they want to keep giving money to their fucking criminal ass empire in Ukraine, it needs to start coming out of their fucking bank accounts, dude. Otherwise, they can fuck off and stop inflating America's fucking tax money, dude. And America's fucking national debt and everything else like that, dude. Like, enough is enough of this shit, dude. And I'll tell you what, like, this is exactly why we just need to toss everybody out of office right now at a federal level and start completely fresh, or just say, fuck it, we don't have a federal government anymore. We're going back to states, dude, and states can form MAGA blocks and shit like that at that point and do their own things. And we can have representation overseas that way is what it is then, dude. Like, enough is enough of this crap, honestly, dude, for real. Says as Congress approaches a lame duck session, the legislative body is pursuing a roughly $50 billion Ukraine aid package, according to NBC News report. NBC News report noted that lawmakers are considering $50 billion aid package, as House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy has said the House Republicans are not going to write a blank check to Ukraine. Congress has so far approached $65 billion in military and economic aid to Ukraine since the conflict began between Russia and them a few months back. Said Congress is, as recently as September, allocated $12 billion in aid to Ukraine in a stopgap spending bill to continue funding the government through December. Again, stop putting bullshit into fucking American spending bills, people. Enough is enough of this shit, dude, for real. It's just like the goddamn omnibus bills, dude. Like, no, it should be individual fucking bills. If you're not willing to put an individual fucking bill up and you're willing to put it into a big ass fucking gigantic, fucking trunk size thing where they have to put it on a giant fucking dolly because it's like 7 million fucking pages long or whatever, dude. Fuck you. It's not going to get through. And it's as simple as that, dude. Actually, Lauren Boebert was going off the other day on Twitter about how there was, I think it was like 28 or 29. It was supposed to be like, I think 16 or 17 from Democrats and like 12 from Republicans. Different things to name buildings as different bills and stuff like that. And she's like, I wasn't elected to name buildings, dude. Like, I was elected to actually make fucking changes, what it was. And she's right about that one, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It really is. Moving on to something that isn't actually ridiculous, but there is a ridiculous person behind it, though, which is, you got stupid cunt Cortez, aka AOC, heckled at her own town hall. Quote, AOC has got to go. I feel like the fact that this is now the second time this has happened, because this one was like the other day is what it was. I feel like there's going to be a time pretty soon where we're going to have people fist fight each other at these town halls, dude. And honestly, like, I'm surprised somebody hasn't rushed the stage and just started fucking fist fighting her at this point, honestly, man. Or several people for that matter. But, yeah, as I said, Democrat Socialist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez received a taste of her own medicine on Wednesday night as she was heckled by protesters at a local town hall meeting with constituents in Queens, New York. They were all talking about stabbings and stuff, too, by the way, all the people that were stabbed to death there in her congressional district. So, unlike a town hall last week in the Bronx, where AOC was heckled by anti-war protesters in a sparsely attended town hall, the town hall in Queens was full and the issues were varied. Said protest group was there to speak up against AOC and protest against crime rates going up in New York City, against the LGBT community, housing and mandates, among other topics. Said group started to chant AOC has got to go while playing bongo drums as Cortez danced along with the chants. Yeah, you can see a video of her dumbass like fucking juking and jiving on the stupid ass fucking stage, and I'm just like, why is this fucking cunt still in office, dude? Like, seriously. We all know she's a cheating fucking bitch, dude. Like, toss her the fuck out. Give her a giant bill for how much money she has stolen from the American people and her congressional pay, and tell her to fuck off. She is null and void from ever holding like an office ever again, and she never gets lifetime benefits. Because that's another thing, too, by the way. No congressman, no senator, no fucking person who has ever served in this country at a federal or a state level, for that matter, should ever get lifetime benefits, dude. It's fucking ridiculous entirely. That's one thing that needs to go away immediately right now, dude. And it should be like out the fucking window the whole time. As well as, like, by the way, ex-presidents getting fucking paychecks too. No, fuck that, dude. You were an ex-fucking president, for God's sakes. Go get a fucking another job someplace, dude. Go do something else. Go write a fucking book, a bestseller, whatever the case be, your time in office or some shit like that, dude, and make money that way, for God's sakes. Anyway. Says Cortez, a veteran protester herself, has used such disruptive tactics in the past. In 2019, after taking office, she joined a group of far-left legislators in a walk across the Capitol to confront then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. More recently, she was removed by police from a protest over abortion at the Supreme Court. By the way, she fake handcuffed herself and then was stupid enough to throw up a fucking power fist as she was being hauled off. Yeah. So on Wednesday night, Cortez tried to reason with the crowd, to dance to the bongo drums, and even to do a fake Hispanic accent. A man in the crowd urged others to, quote, give her a chance to explain, saying he wanted to ask why she supported defunding the cops. It's not that hard to figure out, dumbass. It's because she's a goddamn communist. That's the entire... She's not even a fucking socialist, dude. She is a fucking communist. If this fucking stupid cunt ever got into office legitimately, dude, like a presidency or something like that, dude, this fucking country is done, because we are going to be fucking Venezuela 2.0, where you got people blowing our fucking brains out from behind with big-ass fucking M16s and shit, dude. And everything else like that, for that matter. It's like military fucking killing American citizens, dude. Because of stupid fucking commies like this, dude. Like, this chick is legitimately fucking psychotically insane. You can see it in her eyes, dude. She is a fucking demon in a human meat suit right now, dude. You can see the dead eyes, legitimately, in that fucking photo, dude. All she's missing is the eye going fucking, having no white in it anymore, just going fully black demon style, dude. That's the only thing she's missing from that fucking photo right now, dude. Anyway. Says, during the months before 2018 midterm elections, Democrats in the so-called resistance, led by the well-funded and indivisible organization, planned disruptions of Republican town halls, often traveling to distant rural districts to disrupt constituent events. Said Cortez will face Republican Tina Forte in November election to represent the 14th Congressional District of New York. That Tina woman either needs to win, or that 14th Congressional District needs to go away forever, dude, is what needs to happen there in general, dude. For real. I've seriously had it with Cortez at this point, dude. Like, she should have been tossed out of office in 2020. Actually, fuck that. She should have been tossed out of office like a day after she took office in 2019. That's how quickly she should have been tossed out of office, dude. Anyway. Then we got, going back to midterm stuff, we got the following article here from that Nolte guy, which is, Democrats eat GOP dust in 2022 generic midterm ballot. You want to talk about another demon? Kathy Hochul, man. Kathy Hochul for sure, dude. Actually, all four of these people featured I could see doing demonic deals to get in office, honestly, dude. Especially Mandela Barnes, dude. The black dude here on the corner. So, said, in all the important 2022 midterm generic ballots, Democrats are eating GOP dust. 8 out of not the last 9 polls, all taken between the 9th and 18th of this month, show GOP leading in a generic congressional ballot, average lead of 3 points. And it was, but abortion, but democracy, but a mostly peaceful protest at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. In generic ballot, Republicans were up 3 points, 47.9 to 44.9%. Said 2014, the average of generic ballot poll showed Republicans ahead about 2.4%. After the votes were counted, Republicans crushed Democrats by 5.7 points. When the dust settled, GOP had picked up a net of 2 gubernatorial seats, 10 state legislators, 9 U.S. Senate seats, and 13 House seats. So if that's any indication, dude, yeah, you're going to see a fucking red tsunami followed by another red tsunami going on in this shit, dude, for real. So, anyway. Hopefully that's the case, man. I hope that's the case. And hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good people. You know, hopefully it's like mega people that are getting to office and not a bunch of scumbag fucking establishment douchebags like all these motherfuckers from your Oz types and stuff like that, which I think is a scumbag in general, dude. And that's why I think that Kathy Bennett woman's wrong for telling people to support his ass. So, anyway. Speaking of which, we'll go to that story now next, actually, with the mega stuff, which is funny. So, anyway, you got Biden voices fear of a red wave and mega Republicans seizing power. Yeah, because they know that they're going to impeach his fucking corrupt cheater ass is what it'll be, dude. So, anyway. So Biden on Friday acknowledged that polls were swinging towards Republicans. What do you mean? Swinging towards? They already are in Republicans' hands, you dumb fucker. And issued a last-minute economic warning to Americans if they take power. Quote, if you're worried about the economy, you need to know this. Republican leadership in Congress has made it clear they will crush the economy next year by threatening the full faith and credit of the United States. Except you've already done that, you stupid fucking retarded piece of shit, when you literally signed the American Rescue Plan in April 2021, asshole, and shut down the damn pipelines of Americans' fucking energy independence months before that when you fucking took office back in January 2021, you old pedophile fuck. Says Biden delivered a speech at the White House warning that if Republicans won power in Congress, they would stop his multi-trillion-dollar spending agenda. Good. And push for tax cuts and spending cuts, as it fucking should be. It's called rein the fucking shit in. Stop creating our national debt to the highest point it's ever been, you fucking old pedophile. Anyway, he said, quote, it's mega trickle down. The kind of policies that have failed the country before and will fail again, says the motherfucker who has literally inflated America to the point we're almost in a Great Depression, for God's sakes. And by the way, for those that haven't heard, diesel, right around the time of the midterms, in the next like week or two, next like fucking 3-4 weeks now, is going to be so bad, we're probably going to have fucking food gangs going around, dude, stealing fucking food and shit. Because there's going to be nothing on the shelves because diesel is going to be so damn high is what it's going to be, dude. Because, again, this dumb motherfucker Biden has destroyed our fucking energy independence right now and is then begging Saudi Arabia, please just keep it down until the midterms and then it can go inflating like fucking crazy. Dude, I understand how we get to, like, I never really understood how we got to, you know, societies like Demolition Man or I Am Legend or anything like that, like post-apocalyptic shit, dude. And now I totally get it. It's because we allowed cheating fucking pieces of shit like Biden to take office, dude. And don't do anything to stop it. And by we, I mean the fucking government officials in there, the fucking Fed boys out there that should have arrested this cheating motherfucker on the spot is what it is, dude, for high treason. So, anyway. Where are we at now? So Biden appeared unsettled by the reports that the polls are increasingly shifting towards Republicans, pointing to the likelihood of a red wave in November. Now it's going to be red tsunami, dude. Said Biden stressed that more Americans would ultimately realize that he was doing well on economy and give him and Democrats more credit. You aren't, you fucking dipshit. You are one of the worst motherfuckers ever to take office. Jesus fuck. Actually, Biden should have done everybody a favor and done a Liz Truss there and fucking resign after 45 days, dude. Seriously. Same thing with cunt Mala, dude. So apparently, you had Biden meet with Fetterman. Biden tells John Fetterman's wife, you're going to be a great, great lady in the Senate. What? So Biden appeared to endorse dipshit Senate candidate John Fetterman's wife, Giselle Berto Fetterman, in Pennsylvania on Thursday, telling her that she would be a great lady in the Senate. Seriously, how is this dementiaed old fuck still in office? Actually, that's a good one. Poll, majority do not support sex changes for minors, nor should they. Unless you're a giant, sick, child molesting fucker, dude. Like, you would not support that shit. So, anyway. Let's see, where else are we at right now? A couple more things I want to talk about here. I think we already talked about Bennett telling her supporters to support Oz now. Actually, that was another one that we wanted to talk about here. We'll yank up the whole thing here in a sec then. This was about an hour or so ago before I jumped on here that I was able to keep this heading on. I'm assuming the current Breitbart page is different now, but yeah, we got Democrat jailbreak, convicted killer freed from prison by Fetterman-backed district attorney, now wanted for another murder. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. And then we got another report. John Fetterman ignored committee meeting for vacation. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Let's see, Red Wave Omen. Biden campaigns for fewer candidates than predecessors. Joe's low approval spooks Dems. Yeah, nobody even wants him at that point, dude. We got Texas Governor Greg Abbott leads Democrat challenger Beto O'Rourke. By the way, another person that should be tossed out of the fucking race is piece of shit Beto. Fucking butthead looking motherfucker. Seriously. Let's see where else now. I don't know where I'm going to campaign. I get told. I think that's a Biden thing, by the way. Yeah, Biden, I don't know where I'm going to campaign. I get told, though, where I'm going to campaign at. Yeah, retreats to Delaware Beach House 7 days before midterms. Then we got Obama to the rescue, will campaign for vulnerable Nevada incumbents. Oh, that's nice. Instagram to censor direct messages. Fucking typical censorship shit, dude. This is exactly what I hear a Bill of Rights, by the way, in this country so badly. Damn. I didn't even realize that one until now because I just went down this whole thing. Ohio youth football coach killed in front of players. I'm not sure where that happened. I'm guessing it's one of the major Democrat-run hell pockets of this fucking state, though, would be my assumption. Yeah, let's see here. Said, yep, Cincinnati, Ohio. Yep, youth football coach was shot and killed in front of his players shortly after practice outside College Hill Recreational Facility in Cincinnati, Ohio. ABC News broke the story, has provided a few details on the shooting and what caused it. He died on the scene. Another man had his leg wounded. Said Jerome Knox, 37, who is a black dude, died at the scene outside the College Hill Recreation Facility on Thursday night. Practice had just broken up. No children were injured. Police are searching for a suspect and reportedly have little information. Said dubbed, quote, King Maine, Knox coached the Trojan Black team. A memorial vigil was hosted on Wednesday where community members honored him as a man dedicated to the kids. Fucking disgusting, dude. And that's the problem, right? It's never the fucking gangbangers killing each other. It's always like the decent guy who's trying to do something for the fucking kids that gets fucked over, man. It's just fucked up, man. That was an interesting one, too. Armed man in Michael Myers mask shot and killed by cops. I think that was in Nevada as well. On the other side of things there, dude. Let's see. Then we got GOP Rep Rogers. Biden DOD abortion policy, a blatant misuse of U.S. military for political purposes. Exactly. Yes, it is, dude. Let's see here now. Trying to see if there was anything else. Oh, that's fucked up too, by the way. New York University professor, I was fired after students complained my class was too hard. And that shows the dumbing down of society, by the way. So this dude was basically teaching the same class for like, I think it was like 25 or 30 years or something like that. The same exact material, everything like that, dude. And you just had new kids get out of high school and go to his class and stuff like that for like, I think it was like particle physics or some shit like that. And they're like, oh, this class is too hard. You should fire this guy. Like, learn, motherfuckers. Like, stop being a bunch of ignorant bastards. How about that? God damn. You know? Fuck, man. And again, that's the problem with mob rule in this country, dude, entirely. And we got ex-Keystone XL pipeline welder. Biden administration has everything to do with the raising energy costs. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Very much so. Very much so. And we got Tulsi Gabbard endorses Tudor Dixon for Michigan governor. I think if I was Tudor, I'd be like, yeah, I don't need your help, Tulsi. Get the fuck out of here. Get Dem. Seriously. That's actually a good one, though. Poll, Minnesota Republican Scott Jensen leads governor's race. Hopefully that'll be the case very soon, dude. Hopefully that'll be the case very soon. Let's see here now. Election software company Konnech assisted DOD with military overseas voters. CEO now arrested for allegedly storing U.S. poll worker data in China. Yeah, there's not going to be any fuckery in this election, though, right? Or there wasn't any fuckery in the 2020 election, right? Right. Yeah, right, sure. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and reset the fucking thing now and see if anything new popped up on the main page there for Breitbart. Let's see what else we got here now. I think this is one of the stories I was going to talk about a minute ago then. Which is the Red Tsunami. Real Clear Politics projects GOP wins in Michigan, Wisconsin, Oregon, and Nevada governor races. I fucking hope so, dude. That'd be awesome. It would be fucking amazing, too, by the way, if they took New York, too, man. Like, if Lee Zeldin could take down New York as well and make that a fifth one. Like, seeing all those swing red, dude, would be fucking fantastic, dude. But yeah, as that article said here, it said, based on recent polling, Real Clear Politics projects Republicans will win the hotly contested gubernatorial races in 4 states that were once seen as Democrat strongholds, those being Wisconsin, Oregon, Nevada, and yes, Michigan. Said one wonders how the latest polling out of Minnesota polling that shows Republican Dr. Scott Jensen leading his Democrat opponent, Tim Walz, 46.3% to 45.8%, so about a half point between the two, will affect the Real Clear projection. It said Jensen appears to be surging in Minnesota, where Walz, the incumbent governor, did nothing in 2020 as the domestic terrorists in Antifa and Black Lives Matter burned down his cities and terrorized his residents. And that alone, by the way, and I said it before, dude, not only that, when you look at that piece of shit Tim Walz, dude, he put the state of Minnesota under lockdowns for fucking months. Every single governor that pulled that shit, dude, during the 2020 lockdown should have been thrown out of office. And I'll say it across the board, dude. Even Ron DeSantis. Because, yeah, DeSantis has since, like, basically done a 180 and been like, yeah, I fucked up, I know I fucked up kind of thing. The thing was, the only constitutional governor in 2020 was Kristi Noem, dude. She was the only governor out of 50 that did not shut her state down over that bullshit, dude. And all the rest should have done the same. They should have been like, no, we're going to monitor stuff. If people get sick, we'll take care of it that way and stuff like that. We'll do nothing else. Like, okay, you don't need to shut down an entire state if it's like one county has issues, dude. No, you do like a county by county or township by township, whatever it is, dude. And it's like, no, you quarantine a township, you quarantine a fucking county, whatever it is, dude. And be like, no, you can't leave this county kind of thing or whatever the case be. This county's under lockdown kind of shit. You don't shut down an entire fucking state and an entire fucking commerce and an entire fucking country for months on end and completely fuck us for the next several years to come to now we're going into a fucking inflation and Great Depression kind of fucking mentality at this point in 2022, 2 years later. It's fucking stupid, man. Anyway, continuing on though, it said Minnesota polls come from Trafalgar, the most accurate pollster in America. So momentum matters most when we are less than 3 weeks from election day. So too does the fact that incumbents are underwater. If you look at the Minnesota polls, Tim Walz has only hit 50 twice. Wow. So he's only hit 50% twice then, dude. So in part, Real Clear is based on its projections with an eye on how poorly most pollsters underestimate GOP turnout in the last few election cycles. In Nevada, in the RCP poll of polls, Republican Joe Lombardo beats Democrat Steve Sisolak, 46.6% to 44.8%, so almost 2-point lead there. Said because polling in Nevada has been pretty accurate, no major adjustments are necessary to call this one. The RCP poll of polls shows that Wisconsin governor's race is a tie, but polling out of Wisconsin has underestimated GOP turnout by a whopping 5.2 points, as RPC projects Republican Tim Michels is beating incumbent Democrat Governor Tony Evers, who, by the way, should have been thrown out of office for everything he did in Kenosha there, dude. Like, after the whole Rittenhouse thing, dude, Evers should be in a fucking prison cell along with everybody else, dude. Mandela Barnes, all those motherfuckers, dude, should all be in prison right now. Should be sharing the same fucking, 4 or 5 man bunks is what it is, dude. Anyway, it says, dairy staters have not forgotten how Evers stood by and did nothing as the terrorists and Black Lives Matter and Antifa burned Kenosha to the ground. But young Kyle Rittenhouse at the age of 17 did what he had to do and killed a fucking pedophile in self-defense, then killed a fucking wife beater in self-defense, then blew a motherfucking burglar's fucking bicep off in self-defense. And by the way, the whole thing started because multi-time criminal and gang member Joshua Zeminski fired the first shot that night. And Zeminski and Grosskreutz, the two motherfuckers who survived that encounter, should both be in a prison cell right now in Wisconsin for life. Along with Binger and Krause, the two fucking guys who persecuted Kyle Rittenhouse in political persecution, dude. So, anyway. Said Oregon is the easy projection. Republican Christy Dozin has led in every poll against Democrat Tina Kotek and Independent Betsy Johnson. Currently, the RCP poll of polls has Dozin up by 2.8 points. By the way, the current governor of Oregon, Kate Brown, is term limited, thank fucking God. And that's one of the best reasons why they could potentially flip to a GOP state then, dude. And if that be the case, dude, maybe Oregon will actually finally get gun rights back. But the thing of that is, and I've said it before, dude, the same thing with Washington State, dude. They have to flip general assemblies at this point, dude. It's not just going to be a governor doing shit, dude. You have to flip state congressional seats, and you have to flip state Senate seats, and you have to get a majority of people who are good, honest Americans, constitutionalists, etc., into office who actually give a fuck about constitutional rights, including the Second Amendment, to actually do away with the bullshit there, whether it be the mag ban garbage, whether it be the fucking everything else like that, dude, whether it be the I-1639 crap, repealing that garbage and stuff like that, dude. And you have to get things done to actually have your constitutional rights protected once and for all, dude. Anyway, continuing on with the rest of this article, though, it said RCP's most fascinating projection comes from Michigan, where Democrat incumbent and objectively horrendous Gretchen Whitmer, who, by the way, should already be out of office several times over, and if Secretary of State Jacqueline Benson had done her fucking job and actually taken people's recall voting ballot things the correct way and actually put them through instead of being like, no, we're just going to toss this in the trash kind of thing, Whitmer would already be out of office twice, dude, because you had enough signatures on these ballot initiatives for recall voting of Gretchen Whitmer, dude, twice in the past 2 years now. But yet fucking scumbag sack of shit Jacqueline Benson refused to take the actual stuff as Secretary of State, and that alone should have seen her move from office then. So anyway, as I said, though, with Whitmer, it said, was cruising to an easy re-election, but Republican Tudor Dixon has run a superb campaign, clearly won the debate earlier this month, and is surging. The RCP poll of polls shows Whitmer enjoyed a double-digit lead just a few weeks ago. Since the debate, Tudor Dixon has climbed within an average of 3 points. Because polling in Michigan is underestimated GOP turnout by 5.7 points, RCP projects Dixon will defeat Whitmer, who is a complete total fucking fascist, by 2.5 points or more. So keep in mind that these numbers can and will change as more polling comes in. When you look at how GOP is surging across the country and how Democrats and their media allies are sweating bullets, everything points to the political climate only improves for Republicans. Democrats have nothing to run on other than killing babies. Republicans are crushing Democrats on all the issues that matter: the economy, border, and crime. There is also the underlying issue of how Democrats are grooming kids through transgender propaganda. The Democrat Party is flooding schools with gay porn, exposing small children to sexually explicit drag queens, and encouraging children to mutilate themselves with irreversible sex change operations and puberty blockers. On top of targeting kids, Democrats have done an awful job governing their states and the country. American people are ready to let their thoughts on these failures, as well as anti-science school closures and masking, be known. The reckoning is coming. Yes, it is, dude. A reckoning. By the way, if you've never heard that song by what's that band now? My mind is blanking. Now that I'm thinking about it, shit. Within Temptation. Yeah. The Reckoning song. It's really good. Actually, going back to something that was speaking of voter fraud, real quick. This is an actual poll here. Or I should say an actual article here we're going to talk about for a sec here. We got let's see if it actually pops up or not. Yeah, you got Floridians arrested during voter fraud crackdown. Interesting. But yet, Biden won by 84 million votes, right? Right? Yeah, right, motherfucker. Anyway, so video shows several people in Hillsborough County, Florida, realizing they may be in trouble for allegedly casting a ballot as officials target alleged voter fraud. Said the footage was published after investigators conducted by Ron DeSantis' office on election crimes and security said the arrests took place on August 18th and were performed by state police and local officers, adding that among the 19 arrested were 12 registered Democrats. So, shocker, Democrats commit voter fraud, dude. By the way, for those interested, voter fraud is literally, actually, I'm sorry, not voter fraud, vote buying, which is what Andrew Yang did in 2019/2020, is supposed to be 1 year and 1 day in a $10,000 fine per charge. And that dude did it with at least a dozen people back then because he literally bought people's fucking votes by saying, hey, I'm going to give you a fucking UBI, people. So yeah, Andrew Yang should be in prison right now for 12 years and 12 days of his life. And like $120,000 something odd dollar fine is what it is, dude. So anyway. Said group faces up to 5 years in prison for allegedly registering and voting illegally. As they should. Should be I'm sorry, dude, it should be longer than that, dude. It should be at least like a 20-year prison sentence at that point. Like, you want to deal with shit correctly, dude? Hit him with fucking 2 decades in prison, dude. Said in January, DeSantis proposed the Election Integrity Unit to investigate and arrest people accused of voter fraud in his state. And the state address, DeSantis explained, this will facilitate the faithful enforcement of election laws and provide Floridians with the confidence of their vote will matter. A few months later, DeSantis signed a bill into law creating the Office of Election Crimes and Security that is operating under Florida State Department. In March, several Florida counties launched investigations into whether convicted felons who are not eligible to vote did so during the 2020 presidential election, according to the report. Interesting. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe they should watch 2,000 Mules and start tracking people down during the 2,000 Mules stuff, dude. That, put a bunch of chicanery into boxes and stuff like that. So, hang on. I'm going to jump to the YouTube side real quick here because I noticed somebody just put something in the comment section that I cannot grab from the fucking StreamYard side, unfortunately. So let me hop over there for a minute and see exactly what this link is to. All right, go to my own page real fast here. Let's see here now. Come on. Okay. It was that song I mentioned earlier. That is not the best version though, by the way. There's another better version of that where it is oh god, what's her? Yeah, it's the actual video of the lead chick in that band, and it's like her and dudes running across like some crazy fucking like laser tag thing or whatever it is. So, but anyway, yeah, it's interesting though to see DeSantis finally doing something there that matters. You know, investigating voter fraud and shit like that, dude. But let's see, is there anything else we want to talk about now? Let's see. We talked about the real clear politics thing already. I think we're almost done for the day. I'm checking just to make sure on this right now. Let's see. Got all that stuff. Huh. You got scumbag Justin Trudeau announces freeze on handgun sales and transfers in Canada. Dude, I'll tell you what. Now would be like the best time in history to just fucking invade that country and just take it over and make it part of America then. And I mean that seriously. Like, I'm half kidding, obviously, but like, I'm actually kind of serious about that, dude. Like, we should have done that like a century ago, honestly, for real. Just taking over like the best parts of Canada and stuff like that and been like, this is now part of America. And it's like a bigger part of like all the states that were like the top and shit like that are just like, okay, you're the bigger part of Michigan or something like that, or you're the bigger part of Maine or something like that, dude. So, anyway. And that way we could just have Ohio be a lot bigger state, and we could have it be the greater Ohio territories or a bunch of other states then mixed in there. And that way you have Canada basically being part of things and whatnot, dude. So, but, oh, that was actually pretty funny. I'm actually going to talk. This one has nothing to do with the election stuff, but it has to do with, well, actually, I guess technically it does because it's just crazy climate motherfuckers. So, but, yeah, you had a bunch of psychotic lunatics glue themselves to the floor. And I think it was Volkswagen's facility or whatever the case be. Stuck with glue, but nowhere to poo. Climate extremists get in sticky situation. Yeah, these dumbasses glued themselves to the fucking floor by the bunch of Porsches there. And we're like, you need to leave us a bucket so that we can take a piss and a shit in it. And people are like, no, fuck you. Also, by the way, we're turning off the heat in this facility. Good luck to you, you morons. So, yeah, it's fucking great, man. But, yeah, it said climate extremists who glued themselves to the floor of a Volkswagen exhibition in Germany complained that no one gave them the means to use the toilet after they were left stuck to the floor for hours. I don't know. Maybe don't glue your fucking hands to a goddamn floor, you fucking retards. Maybe that's a fucking issue. You idiots. Seriously. Said, group of 9 climate extremists from the group Scientist Rebellion. I'm guessing that's a offshoot of Extinction Rebellion, probably. Glued themselves to the floor of Volkswagen Museum and car showroom Autocrast in Wolfsburg, which lies across from the automotive giant's main factory after breaking in. Said just 2 hours after the extremists glued themselves to the floor of the Porsche pavilion, and they began complaining about food and water, which were given to them by Volkswagen employees. However, they later demanded a, quote, privacy tent and buckets in order to be able to relieve themselves, something the company did not provide. Yeah, it's like, hey, you want to shit your pants? Shit your fucking pants, you fucking dipshits. Seriously. Fucking ass clowns, dude. And we got, I love how that says eco-warriors, where really should say eco-terrorists. Extinction Rebellion break into House of Commons, glue themselves to Speaker's chair. How hard is it just rip people's hands off the fucking shit, dude? Seriously. Like, the same thing with the people that were on the floor there, dude. Like, just go over and yank their fucking hand as hard as possible. And if it rips a bunch of layers of skin off, fuck them. That's what they get, you know? Or simply, I don't know, come at them and go vroom vroom with a fucking sawless chainsaw. and see how quick they rip themselves off the floor. Just be like, vroom, vroom, vroom. See how quick they go running from a what's that one dude? Texas Chainsaw Massacre style killer there, Leatherface. So actually, that would be fucking funny as shit to see that dude. Like see somebody dressed up as Leatherface and shit like that with a fucking solace, a solace chainsaw. So it would be like no chain in it to actually do anything damage or anything like that, and just be like vroom vroom and see how quick these people start running like a bitch. Anyway. Said Armin Mays, CEO of Autocraft, spoke to the newspaper saying, firstly, for hygienic reasons, and secondly, because the Autocraft does not have anything like this in stock, the extremists later decided to unglue themselves and use the toilets meant for visitors at the museum. Said protests began in the afternoon, but as the day wore on, the extremists were forced to protest in the dark and cold after lights and heat were turned off for the evening to save energy. Extremists again complained. So one of the extremists, I'm never trying to pronounce that guy's name, a dumbass psychiatrist, later complained of pain in his hand that was glued to the floor. Maybe don't fucking glue your hands to things, dumb fuck. How about that? You're supposed to be a fucking psychiatrist, dude. Like, maybe, I don't know, be smart, Professor Dipshit. Anyway, said he had re-glued his hand after visiting the toilet several times, which, according to medical professionals, may have caused permanent damage to his hand. Oh, please, God, let it have done so. So that moron was later taken to a local hospital after being persuaded to do so, and the rest of the demonstrators were cleared out by German riot police around 7:50 a.m. on Friday morning. Say, quote, in recent days, we have asked the activists several times to leave this place voluntarily. Unfortunately, they were not prepared to do so in order to avoid a health hazard. After the announcement of a hunger strike and imminent health impairments, the police cleared the Brand Pavilion today after intensive coordination. And then you got these fucking ass clowns right here. Fucking gluing themselves to oil paintings and shit like that, dude. Again, like, it's not that hard to just pull out a machete, man. Seriously. Machete, bro. And see how fast they yank their own hands off the fucking place. Anyway, it said these idiot groups' demands included a speed limit on around 60 miles an hour in Germany, a worldwide construction halt on cars across the globe, and more. Group claimed to be comprised of scientists, willing to tell the truth about climate crisis and act on it. Or you could just kill yourselves. That would work too, honestly. But seriously, like they talk about Extinction Rebellions, dude. It's like, you're part of the problem, dude. Like, just euthanize, bro. Just go to Canada and euthanize, bro. Seriously. Like, get a passport, go over to Canada and do euthanization shit or whatever it is. Actually, I think there's other countries that are doing the euthanization pods too as well now, dude. So it's like, yeah, just go to one of these countries and get in the euthanasia pod, dude, and do everybody a favor then, for real. But anyway, of course they're not going to do it, dude, because they're too much of a bunch of fucking pussies to actually do anything worthwhile is what it is, dude. Anyway, so protests just the latest in a series of super glue protests by climate extremists and eco-terrorists over the last year across the country, across various Western European countries. I swear to God, dude, if they ever tried this shit in like Islamic countries, oh, buddy, it's going to be a bad day for them. That's what should happen at this point, man, for real, though. It said, such as Sweden, where these extremists glued themselves to an airport runway in November of last year, while others in October of last year super glued themselves to a road in central London, bringing traffic to a halt. Again, not that hard to just keep going, dude. Like, just turn them into fucking human speed bumps for real. Anyway, said last month, members of the eco-warrior group Extinction Rebellion even managed to break into the British House of Commons and super glue themselves to the chair of the speaker, demanding action on the alleged climate crisis, which would be these fucking retards right here, dude. You ever notice how it's really ugly cunts too, by the way? Like, it's just ugly ass women that always pull this shit, dude. And there's like a bunch of ugly ass men too, for that matter. Like, more ugly women, some ugly ass guy. some more ugly ass guys. Like, it's just a bunch of ass clowns, dude. Anyway. Yeah, and then that was the ones they glued themselves to the fucking ground. Like, again, just let them sit there, dude. Let them sit there and keep driving. And see how fast they're not sitting there anymore. That's what it is. Like, that's the problem, dude. Like that, and that's the thing, right? With America, difference between America and these fucking pussy ass fucking European countries, dude, is we're not a bunch of pussified fucking cunts, dude. We're willing to do what needs to be done to deal with these motherfuckers, dude. That's why in 2020 you had cops literally drive through fucking idiots, dude. And it's like, yes, exactly. That's what you need to be done right there, dude. Just vroom, fucking gun it and go through it, man, and see how fast shit changes then. Or it's like that one video of the chick where the cop was on horseback and he was like blowing his fucking whistle or whatever the case be. And he's like, and then she fucking gets knocked over by the horse and the horse like tramples her ass a little bit. That still is funny to me, man. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's like, the left gets what it deserves kind of thing is what it is. It's like, yeah, don't get in the fucking way of a police horse, dumbass. Like, it's not that hard to figure out, man. So, anyway. Let's see here. I think we will finish off with this one actually, because we kind of touched on it, but we didn't really talk about the entire article though, which was the Fetterman story here. We got convicted killer freed from prison by Fetterman-backed district attorney now wanted for murder. Of course, it's some black dude. Let's see. So the convicted killer is now wanted for another murder after he was freed from prison by Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner. How is that dude still in office, by the way? How the fuck is Larry still in office right now, dude? But yeah, it was freed by Krasner's Conviction Integrity Unit, which has the backing of Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman in 2021. Krasner's Conviction Integrity Unit got a judge to throw out the murder conviction against 32-year-old Jamar Harris, who served 8 years in prison. Harris was convicted of the 2012 murder of 45-year-old Lewis Porter, whom he was accused of shooting in the head in front of his 5-year-old son in Philadelphia parking lot just 2 days before Christmas. And they let this fucking piece of shit out, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, this is why we need to have fucking immediate death penalties, dude, for people. And I'm not talking about you're sitting on death row for fucking 10, 20 years, whatever the case be, getting appeals and shit, dude. No. You go to the fucking front of the line and your ass gets a firing squad in the next 24 hours or so. If it can be proven that you did the shit, yeah, you're fucking gone, bro. You are gone from this earth. And it's simple as that. Anyway. Says, according to prosecutors, Harris murdered Porter over a $3,000 drug debt. Said last year, though, Krasner's Conviction Integrity Unit, which Fetterman has called a, quote, model for the rest of Pennsylvania, helped get Harris's conviction thrown out and was subsequently freed from prison. Now Harris is wanted by Philadelphia police for allegedly being linked to a shooting of killing of 50-year-old Charles Gurritt last month. Said Fetterman, who is running against Republican Dr. Oz for the state's open U.S. Senate seat, has long praised Krasner's Conviction Integrity Unit and has said the program should be implemented statewide to help free convicts from prison. Dude, it's time for Fetterman's ass to go to prison. He needs to be fucking joining this fucking Jamar guy in the fucking prison cell, dude. Both of these guys should be sharing the same fucking prison cell right now, dude. Seriously. After all this shit said and done. Like, Fetterman needs to be tried as an accessory to fucking murder at this point, dude. For real. Anyway, said in a statement, Dr. Oz spokesman Brittany Yarnick said Fetterman is partially responsible for Harris's prison release last year and thus the murder of Garrett. Yeah, and he should be tried as an accessory to both, dude, at that point. Said Fetterman praised Larry Krasner and his Conviction Integrity Unit, saying this type of organization is needed in every county in Pennsylvania. Now this group and Fetterman are responsible for releasing a convicted murderer who was wanted for yet another tragic murder. Said, when will this senseless violence stop? The answer is never if John Fetterman gets his way. He wants to release 1/3 of Pennsylvania inmate population, continue pardoning convicted murderers, and let violent criminals run our streets. That's too extreme for the U.S. Senate and downright deadly for Pennsylvania. Fetterman's campaign has yet to respond to requests for comment from Breitbart News. Of course they're not going to, dude, because, again, they know that fucking John Fetterman is a meathead piece of shit who literally has let people who are murderers back on the fucking streets to murder again. Like, goddamn, dude. How do we not have automatic disqualifications? You let a fucking murderer on the street who killed somebody else, you're done. You're not in this race anymore. Go fuck yourself, you stroke ass fucking mini stroke motherfucker. Like, seriously, Fetterman had a stroke like, what was it, 4 or 5 months ago? And has since had multiple mini strokes since then. The dude can't even fucking talk anymore, dude. He's like, like, seriously, you are not fucking mentally capable of being in office, John Fetterman. You should be thrown out as lieutenant governor right now and replaced for the next couple months. Like, goddamn, bro. Fuck. Seriously, if Tom Wolf were to be, removed from office or whatever, dude, at that point, before the end of the year, John Fetterman becomes governor by default. He is the next in line for the fucking governorship of Pennsylvania. People don't understand how fucking insane that is, dude. That this man who has had many strokes in his life for the past 6 months now is not fucking mentally capable to be holding office right now, dude. It's fucking insane. It's absolutely psychotic. It's not like Tom Wolf's any better or anything like that, dude, but fuck. That's what I don't understand about the Pennsylvania General Assembly at this point, dude. How have you not impeached Tom Wolf and John Fetterman both for what they pulled in 2020, dude? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because there's like 200 fucking state reps in their damn state house, dude. Because you have like 100 plus of them for fucking Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Even though there should be one apiece in an actual one county, one rep referendum right now. Because there's only like 70-something counties in Pennsylvania, dude. It's like there's no reason to have like 200 plus fucking representatives in your state legislature, dude. It's fucking dumb. Especially when like at least a third or 2/3 of them come from 2 major cities. 2 fucking counties and major cities, dude. Population density should not matter ever. It should be no. You got 1 county, you got 1 rep. Simple as that, bro. Now, granted, that won't work across the board in all states because, again, you have some states out there like Texas that actually have more counties than they have reps currently, which I don't know how the fuck that works, but whatever. But yeah, with Ohio and Pennsylvania and a few other states, it would work, dude, because it would take our general assemblies down by a lot. And it would make them better overall because you'd have way less government then. And you have less need for fucking more government employees is what it is, dude. So, yeah, it's just insane to me, dude. It's just insane to me. Like, I fucking cannot wait until the midterms happen already, dude. It's time for fucking all these people, Fetterman types, to get the fuck out, dude. Seriously. Get the fuck out, get gone, kick rocks, and we move on with our lives, and it's really as simple as that. That's going to be it for the day. If anybody wants to do a little chat in the back chat, I got a few minutes I can fuck around, but not too much, though. I got some stuff I got to finish up here in the next, 15, 20 minutes then. But yeah, I'll probably be around for 5 or 10 minutes if anyone wants to hop in the back chat and just bullshit for a few minutes or something. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.